Okay, so I am talking about Charlotte. Charlotte is my favorite character so far. So when I started writing this story, the first thing I did was an amateur story move, which is have a protagonist, right? Have the protagonist have character flaws, mm, and then have her have friends who can get along with her and then kill her instantly. And I said to myself, doing this for a reason, shock and awe. So when I saw someone's video saying, hey, that's an amateur move, I said, you're right, that was an amateur move, but I'm sticking with my guns. So here I am, sticking with my guns, and she's still dead. Just so you know, she does die pretty early, like pretty early, and the rest of it is just me trying to bring her back desperately, because she is my favorite character. She's basically like the main character. Charlotte loves cake in the conventional sense with the eggs and the flour and the sugar. She loves fridge toast in the conventional sense with the fridge and the toast. Oh, she is such a cool design. Just like look at that design. I didn't really capture it very well, but the alien version of Charlotte, her species has an egg for a head, and they all have a sort of telekinesis where the adults of their species will actively tie ropes around their two arms as a status symbol and as a sign of adulthood to move on from, you know, using their arms because they don't really need it anymore to having full blown telekinesis for all of their arm functions because it's just way more efficient and way more sanitary and way more thoughtful for other people. Also, grow these shells for their heads and will often it will be a sort of social thing like how some guys like grow beards. So every day they have to like it starts from their neck and they have to just crack the shells off their neck. And some people have a half a shell and some people have the full shell. Charlotte lets her shell grow out until like a little space and cracks the shell a little bit where her hair can come out and it won't grow around her hair. She can replace, I don't know why I added this, but she has little orb circles that are attached to basically a 65-degree rotator bolt attached to her leg that can rotate, and she could pop different like feet in or out, or she could just use those circles like rollerblades and just, roll down the street. But that's the same as like going barefoot. So it's kind of unsanitary. We kind of worried about like stuff getting on them or in them or getting jammed or something. I do have a picture of her without the shell. It is different from her human form. A picture of what Charlotte looks like without her shell. But again, it's really nothing special. Like, I wouldn't even look into it. Like, don't look into it. Really, I kind of just like the secretness that I know what it looks like. Okay, that was a lie. So I don't know what it looks like. I've really forgot what it looked like. But in one of my notebooks, you know how you have like a bunch of notebooks that you have creative thoughts that you just write down in one notebook, close, and then you don't know where that notebook would ever. You just have a book, a, a whole shelf full of notebooks that you have 1, 2, 3, 52, 25 creative little thoughts in them, each one of them, and then you just put through the shelf and you just forget them. So that's what I have. That's why I can't throw away any of my notebooks. An awful house version of a library. The sensation of going like free is actually a kind of drug for them. So they rarely do that. Her eyes are drawn in, and so is her mouth. She just draws it with a marker, and she can see outside of it because the egg is, I don't know, I don't know. The egg is just how it is. And she can also see, I would like to not explain. Okay, on to the human version of Charlotte. Human version of Charlotte is super cool, just like Charlotte is. She needs to definitely work on her people skills. She offends people very easily because she maybe asks people inappropriate questions. She's very blunt, which doesn't leave her with a lot of friends. She knows that. That's why she sticks so close to the friend group that she does have, because, without them, she would definitely be alone. And that's why she thinks that Edward is such like an outsider. Like she just wants to keep the two friends that she has. And that's all she really needs. It bothers her that Edward is not only an establishing friendship with her, but actually is trying to establish a better friendship, a more lasting friendship with her friend, or a more lasting commitment to her friend. Because they're trying to be in a relationship and she just does not understand. One, why do you have to do that? Two, why does anything have to change? Three, don't. Four, uh, what does it mean to now put a further friendship on things? To be this, is it less than or greater than your actual friendships? And if it is less than, then that automatically proves that the friendship that they have won't last. And if it's more than, then that automatically proves that there's no need for it other than exclusionary to the relationship that they already established with their other friends. So she has a whole bunch of questions about friendship. Well, it makes a friendship, all that stuff. And each one of them are trying to answer that. Sasha answers the question of friendship by not questioning it. Sasha does it by faith. Charlotte does it by questions. Edward does it by not even establishing it, but morphing it to make it well defined between two sections. So basically, by standing a boundary. And FC does it by letting free that boundary. That friendship can be an impartment of several different things, though I didn't say that in FC's video, and I probably won't because why would I say that? That's just embarrassing for him to tell his business like that. That's the things wrong with her. The things right with her. She is outspoken. She is very, very uh dense at times. That's what I'll say. She is into a lot of extracurricular activities. This is the Earth version of Charlotte. She's also like her human version is basically the same. They're basically the same person. Did you hear that? That's a plot detail. They're basically the same person. She's super cool. Look at how she's like posing. Her human version has telekinesis, and another one, uh, she can, lift things up, and she can throw things across the room using the same type of strength she would have with her arms. And that's her power, based off of her alien counterpart, which has those same powers, except it's not based off of your arms, it's based off of twice the weight of your arms. And if you use your telekinesis as enough. You can, gauge strength, like if you lift or exercise. Charlotte is like super, super cool. I don't know how I can prove that, but that's the character I wanted to write. And, most of her character is spoilers. Most of the things she does is cool. I can say she's really into electronics as a human, and not a human. She's like the alien and human version are very into electronics and often fiddle with, different programs. Charlotte views Sasha as a younger sister that is younger by 2 months. So she feels like the older sister, but she has younger sister tendencies. So that's basically it. Yeah, that's Charlotte. I really like her. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but